Hey my garden friends, it's Leticia back again to take you on a crochet journey into the heart of the iridescent. Now before the first loop is ever been pulled, my process always starts in the same exact place. A quiet moment, my favorite drink, and a wide open Google search bar. Now I'm inviting you to pull up a chair and look over my shoulder as we hunt for our newest treasure, the Peacock moss. Now as we scroll through these images together, we aren't just looking for pretty. We're looking for the structural secrets hidden in these shimmering blue fronds. We're moving past the screen and into the soul of the plant, finding the exact blueprint that will turn our thread into a botanical masterpiece. So let's dive into some beautiful images so we can find our way to creating our fronds. Before the hook ever touches the thread, and before the first stitch comes into existence, I become a hunter. I'm hunting for a feeling, I'm hunting for a shape, and a secret that only nature knows how to tell. So if you're ready, let's open up a new tab, grab our favorite drink, and go on a Google deep dive for our newest garden club treasure, the Peacock moss. So let's begin by typing in its name, Selaginella uncinata. Here we go. Now let's find out what this beauty is all about. Now according to Google, Selaginella uncinata is a low-growing creeping plant known for its iridescent blue-green foliage, which shimmers with hints of purple and bronze, especially in low light. Now as you can see, our screen is no longer just a screen, it becomes a forest floor. Now we are looking for that specific blue-green glow that looks like a peacock. That's the peacock in the moss, and that is exactly what we are going to capture with our hooks. Here are some educational secrets I want you to see as we scroll through these images. First, I want you to notice how one tiny frond mimics the shape of the entire branch. I also want you to see how it doesn't grow in a round shape like a rose, but it spreads out into this beautiful fan-like lace. And I also want you to look at the leaves and how they get smaller and more delicate the further they get away from the stem. Now we're not just looking for pretty pictures, we're looking for a blueprint. And as we click through these high definition images, we're counting the points of the fronds. We're looking at where the shadow hits the stem, so we'll know where to create depth. Our goal here is to move from, oh, that's so pretty, to I know exactly how to crochet that. When searching for images, I look for the best, most clearest images I can find. Images that can help me get down to the very smallest detail of the plant. So watch as I pick out these beautiful images and save them to a file on my computer that I can always go back to later. I also want to point out that after choosing my images, I always go back to my folder and I rename these images to remind me as to why I chose these images. For a bit more information about the Peacock spike moths, it's important to understand that it features branch stems with two types of tiny scale-like leaves, which is called the lateral and the median. And it also produces through a spore-producing cone at the branch tips. So your goal here is to find as much information about your plant that you'll be studying so that when it comes to recreating this plant, it will be much easier and you will have a better understanding about the plant itself. This type of information can help you on your journey when you're designing your own leaves. Now, once you've gathered all your beautiful images that you will use to recreate your plant, the next step is to find its soul color. So what I do is head straight to what I call my favorite digital paint box, the Scapious Yarn website. Now, finding the perfect match isn't just about picking a green in this case. It's about finding the shade that holds the weight of the forest. So I spend most of my time toggling through their library of colors, looking for that deep grounding forest green color that will act as our sturdy foundation. But the peacock moss has a secret. It's not just green, it has that beautiful shifting glow. So while our hook will handle the forest green, I'm already planning a pop of iridescent color using a different medium to catch that light. Now this is where the magic really happens, blending the texture of the thread with a hit of unexpected color to bring that shimmering peacock soul to life. We now have our beautiful images, ones that have the perfect balance of feathery texture and that signature blue-green shimmer. We also gathered our perfect soul color. Now it's time to move away from the screen and head over to the design table. It's time to turn these beautiful images, in this case, the most exquisite moss you've ever touched, into a beautiful masterpiece.